Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're doing more of our Posthomerica stuff. So the one thing we want to do real quick before we move on is just fix this sphere head. So, good. And then, after that, it still feels off to me. If we really wanted to, we could just make equal the two parts. Alright. Now, let's group everything that gets grouped. And we're gonna do our thing. Let's get rid of this guide layer. So every layer that's gonna have its own background color will be in its larger group. So now all these will get grouped together. Okay, now we're gonna try that color we came up with for this. I would like to thicken this halberd too. Okay. So yeah, I would like to fix the, or not fix, but rather just thicken this. Welcome, Frost, to the show. Good to see you. I took a little break from Twitch to handle personal things, but now I'm back. Glad to have you back, Frost. How are you doing? I will not press further on anything you don't want to talk about, but good to see you. we're currently doing our illustrations for the book that we're working on. We finished all the chapters, kind of like general compositions and designs, and now we're going back in and pushing those designs to the final, rather than just being like, sort of generally designed, but not really, still a little rough in places. I think this chapter 1 artwork is going to be the one that will have taken the longest by the time we're done with this, because chapter 1, we didn't really know what we were doing for the art style. We didn't have a design language or anything. So it's required us to go back and kind of like redo everything and rethink everything. But I think it's working out really well. There you go. Frosting, I'm good. I've missed you. Aw, I've missed you too, Frost. We've been doing the Assassin's games as well, which is definitely one that you and I have all, we've been very much a part of the Assassin's stuff when we did it last time on stream. So it's like a perfect time. Yeah, I've been redoing them so that I can go back and play the ones that I haven't played, and then hopefully get to the new ones, because I never got to the two newest games, I guess. Okay, so this is our thicker line here. It looks great. We're just gonna merge this into the regular line art. Now we'll keep filling this in. It's funny because on here, look at the difference. It's an optical illusion for sure, because this color in here looks very golden, almost like the background color a little bit. And then this color looks very kind of like pallid, like washed out, sort of sickly yellow. But these are the same exact color. That's a total optical illusion. How can that be right though? Because even when I have it right next to each other, it's... Let's see what happens when we turn off the background. Maybe that creates like a different thing. Yeah, see, now they look more similar, these two colors. That's crazy. Yeah, it's an optical illusion. Wow. Frost saying, family illness. Oh no. And your dog died. Oh my God, I'm really sorry to hear that, Frost. That's really tough. And, well, it's good that you were able to take time, and I'm glad to see that you're back. And yeah, I just really want to offer, man, my condolences. I'm very sorry to hear that, Frost. I don't know if the chat bot is on right now, but if it is, no, the chat bot is not on, but imagine that the hearts came out anyway. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. Oh, welcome Plot King to the show. How you doing, Plot King? I'm excited to be sort of like moving on from the line art of this one, because it's taken us a lot of episodes, mostly just because these episodes have been shorter, but also because there's a lot involved in making this particular one. So it'll be nice to move on from it. But we still want to do the background elements and then also the borders, so we're not done yet. Now for this, I kind of forgot about this, so we're gonna have to delete, I guess, where the hands would be. Good. Okay. Get rid of that as well. It's weird that the eraser's not really working properly. That might mean we should save it because it might crash or something. Oh, Frozen, it was hard with the dog because I lost. Oh no! 2 and 5. That's so terrible. Oh man, Frost. Yeah, there's really nothing you can say to to something like that. It's an animal is like so such a part of a family, it's really terrible. Okay, so we gotta get the parts inside of her head here. Let's see if we can. Maybe we'll just do these parts and then we'll get a bigger brush. Ross saying, glad to see that you're still at those games. You'll have to watch the VODs. Yeah, it's a long trial. I guess trial's the wrong word, as if it's no fun. But yeah, no, it's a great time. And it's funny going back to this because it's, obviously the earlier ones are they're totally different things than what the later ones are. And so it's kind of cool to see what remember. Okay, so let's do that. And then we'll go around here. And the thing is too that once we switch to the computer to finalize these, when we have all the line art and backgrounds and colors and stuff in, with these colors that we're adding as like the sort of fill-in colors, we will be able to change them once we get on the computer without having to like recolor them in like this. We're doing this like a coloring book sort of, because I like the texture that happens when you don't just like paint bucket fill it, and I'm not savvy enough to create those effects, with like layer styles and stuff. So we're doing this now, but what we can do once we get onto the computer is you can basically just take this entire layer of a color and change it like a wholesale into a different color, so that it keeps all the texture of what you did, but it will alter the coloration of it. Okay, cool. So we want to fill all this in, and then we will move on to fixing the background. So you can see all these lumpy circles. I didn't know how to use the bones tool yet. So that'll be I think a big improvement. Frosting, my son took it okay, which I'm glad for. We have our hands full with the new puppy, RJ. Oh, a golden doodle. Oh, wow. Wow, well, yeah, you can pour your love into that new puppy, and I'm really sorry to hear that, Frost, but I'm glad to see you again, and or hear from you again. And yeah, I I guess that's where we'll close it out. So we'll fill in the rest of the picture of this character next, and then we'll move on to these background swirls and maybe try to create some new, I'm not exactly sure what we would do, but something else as well. So we'll see about that. Ladies and gents, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for joining. The channel's called The Voice of Nick. If you want to see more, don't forget to hit the follow button, and I'll see you next time.